Good afternoon. We are talking Celebrate Erie today. Stay with us.
Thanks for joining this week's GoErie Live discussion. Today, Erie Times News online reporter Sarah Grabsky will be talking with Aaron Lonke, event organizer and marketing and strategist for the city of Erie. And they'll be talking about all things Celebrate Erie. I am Christopher Millett, and I'll be moderating your GoErie Live comments. Thanks to Gannon University for sponsoring these live discussions every week. Enjoy the conversation.
Aaron, thanks so much for being with us here today.
Thanks, Sarah. This is great.
So we are talking Celebrate Erie today. We know that it's an event that everyone looks forward to, and, you know, having my own family, it's like, what do I do? Where do I go? So we want this to kind of be your opportunity and your chance to ask questions to the man himself who has, you know, planned the whole event of highlights and things that you guys can see and do, and kind of like a FAQ of like what's best here. I have with me on my tablet a little map, so as we're going through a lot of that, Aaron, feel free, and we'll kind of like,
in the map and program are going to be available at CelebrateErie.com. So all the information we're talking about, definitely check out the website. Our Facebook page will have updates, so don't be afraid to do that. But so Sarah, you mentioned, I mean, we have a huge team that's putting this on. So everybody that has been part of this, we have probably over 20 people that have been involved with the planning. So huge thanks to them. I couldn't do it without the whole team, and to also our presenting sponsor, Highmark and St. Vincent, who have really been integral in making this happen. So all our sponsors make this happen. The cool thing is all the events, the entertainment, the programming, the things that people do are all paid for by grants and sponsors. So no taxpayer money goes into the program of this event.
And it's so amazing. I saw, and you've really used this to your benefit this year. You have different sections that represent different, like, family and fun and food. And here, I'll pull up the map right now and we'll take a look at it. But what gave you that idea? Like, what kind of sparked that? You can see highlighted. Can you, is that okay, Chris? Can you see the map? Anyway, continue.
Yeah, what we wanted to do is we have divided the event into 5 districts, and what we wanted to do is highlight just different pieces of Erie that came together. So we can start, on Perry Square. On the west side of Perry Square, we'll have our food district. So, our local food trucks and restaurants come back to serve local food, and they have some great menus planned. What we want to do for that area too this year, we'll have the Perry Square stage. A lot of the local bands that have the bigger band setups will be there, and the new part of the food district this year is we're doing a food passport. So what we're excited for here is to get people in brick and mortar restaurants around the profile. So if you come to West Perry Square, go to the food passport tent, you can pick up a card and you can go to 6 different restaurants that are here in Erie within the event profile. El Amigo, Molly Brannigan's, Andora's Bubble Tea Shop, Alchemy, Ember and Forge, and also Voodoo. And all you have to do is make one purchase at each one of those places. It can be an appetizer, it can be a drink, it can be a full meal. Throughout the weekend, make one purchase at each one of those, get a stamp, and when your card's all filled, you just go to the food passport tent, drop it off, and you'll be entered to win one of 3 gift baskets of $150 worth of gift cards to local restaurants.
Oh, how cool. That's awesome. So. So this has been, and this is kind of something that we have addressed in the past, but this has been, I mean, it started with Erie Days, I mean, decades ago.
We love Erie Days,
We love Erie Days, and it's transformed into Celebrate Erie. You know, how has Mayor Schember had a role in this? Is this his vision for the event, or?
Right. I think Celebrate Erie, the goal of the administration is to highlight our local things that are unique to Erie. So when we're talking about food and when we're talking about businesses, our focus is our vendors and people, and the different cultural assets that we have here, like the Playhouse, the Children's Museum, those sort of things. The things that are unique to Erie. We want to celebrate who we are as a community, and bring neighborhoods and neighbors and really people together. We want neighbors to be neighbors again. We want to be able to facilitate free programming for everybody that you can just come and enjoy, in August as the summer starts to wrap up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so now a big thing that our audience always responds well to is entertainment.
Yes.
So how did you guys, say the headliners and how did you guys find them and decide them this year?
So I want to give a huge shout out to 93.9 The Wolf, who helps us fund our country act every year. You know, they came through with us with Dan and Shay last year, and they helped us find Scotty this year. So Dan and Shay was one of the biggest shows we've seen, and we're really excited for Scotty McCrary on Sunday night. So Scotty was the first one we booked, and Scotty, American Idol in 2011, really excited to see that crossover, not only people watching him on Idol, but also seeing him with his country music career. And really cool story about Scotty, he kind of went on his own. A lot of the record labels wanted him to do more of the country pop that's popular now, and he wanted to stick to his roots. So he went out on his own without a record label, did this album, and he's been picked up by a record label, and he's got a couple hits that have been good. One of them a #1 on streaming. So
awesome.
5 more minutes if you want to check that out. But come to the concert for sure. A good guy, just got married. I think he's 25 years old.
Yeah,
so
I know, I love his stuff.
Very cool.
Watched him on Idol. So
yeah.
Anyway.
So that was Sunday, and one of the other things we wanted to do, I'm kind of jumping around day to day, but one of the other things that was really cool last year was the Erie All-Stars. All local artists came together and did a tribute to Tom Petty, and it was really a phenomenal show, and what we wanted to do was do something with the All-Stars again this year. So I will say that I saw that movie Bohemian Rhapsody in the spring, and we kind of got together the team on a Queen kick, and we thought, what better band? It's in pop culture right now. It's it's something that's different, unique, and it's really more than just a concert. When you see Queen or you think about Freddie Mercury, it's a show. It's definitely
Absolutely.
a production. So. Had these crazy ideas like, wouldn't it be cool if we could integrate a marching band or the Philharmonic or a choir in this show? So Queen was just a perfect fit, and we're happy to have the All-Stars come back. They'll have 10 artists sitting in, local artists from different genres sitting in on the Queen music. In addition to that, I've seen rehearsals this week, and it is phenomenal. The choir that they put together, the Philharmonic's part of this, and they do an excellent job. And also it's called the Erie Thunder Line. It's the Erie Thunderbirds drum line, and they'll be part of this show as well. So
oh my gosh,
it's really a community coming together. And in addition to that, Trevor Huster, who's from Erie originally, lives out of town now, but he came back to town to be Freddie Mercury, and I will tell you,
amazing.
This is going to be his vocals and really everybody in the show. The talent that's from Erie, that's right there in front of us on stage. It's something you don't want to miss.
Okay, so and then Saturday.
Yep.
They're Friday, right?
So Queen's on Friday at 8 p.m. I'm sorry. So at night, our headliner on Friday, Erie All-Stars present. Queen is going to be at 8, and then Saturday. This was a night that we booked. And what we wanted to do was do a little bit of both. So we have a throwback. We have at 7 o'clock Sister Sledge going on. We Are Family, the connection to the Pittsburgh Pirates. There's just a lot to love with Sister Sledge, and really get people moving. So that they're going to go on at 7, and then we'll have Carrie Hilson, who's popular in the last 10 years. She's been on the pop charts. She kind of took some time off to raise her family, and now she's back. She's dropping an album at the end of the summer here, and we're excited to have Carrie. So we have kind of a family event. So we have kind of the throwback, and we have the newer music coming out. So I hope you join us for both shows. That's at Saturday, Sister Sledge at 7 p.m., and then 8:30, Carrie Hilson will go on.
And these are all free shows, right?
They are, and I think the most important thing to remember, these are free shows. Enjoy the concerts. We're trying to bring in artists that people would enjoy from, different genres. And the cool thing was last year that really helped was we did a survey afterwards. So more research came through with us, and we worked together to put a survey together, and we had a survey this year coming out, but the results from 2018 showed us a few things, especially with music. One, the #1 most popular format that people wanted was country. #2 was rock, and #3 was pop. So we're trying to accomplish that this year, and every year is different. You have routing schedules and tours, and you have availability and obviously budget constraints and that sort of thing, but every year is different with booking music, and we do our best every year to make it happen for all the communities in Erie to enjoy.
So, right, and the music is always one of the biggest draws.
Sure.
Let's talk about families who are bringing their kids down. What is there to do?
Yeah, so I want to go. We talked about the food district. We'll shift to the east side of Perry Square, where we'll have the family district. So what we found out in our survey was there was a big need to improve the kids zone. So what we've done is we're rebranding it as the family district, and what it's going to do is not only have activities for kids, but also engage parents and grandparents and really the whole family. So we are partnering with the Children's Museum to do STEM activities
nice.
To get kids thinking and parents helping out. They have some really cool activities for building and for creating. In addition to that, we'll be working with the Playhouse for multiple performances on the stage. So PNC has the Family District stage, and we're happy to have them, to sponsor that stage. But not only performances from organizations like the Playhouse or dance organizations, we'll have, magicians and yoga, and it's kind of cool because one of the days, Saturday, is going to be all about wellness and getting people moving. So wellness, we'll have the Police Athletic League is going to do a basketball tournament during that time as well. We'll have yoga, we'll have different wellness activities and organizations present. The Erie School District will be there. They'll have some activities for healthy eating and wellness and that sort of thing. So really a cool event going on Saturday. We'll have the sports teams mascots there, the Sea Wolves, the Bayhawks, and the Otters. So a really cool day going on Saturday. But throughout the weekend, we'll have kids activities. The Philharmonic will be back with their instrument petting zoo. So
that's amazing.
It's really cool.
Yes.
If you've never picked up a violin or different instruments, they'll have them available and you could try it out. So that's a really cool piece. And Project Linus will be back doing their quilting, and we'll have a lot more activities this year. And that's what we wanted to do. Is we wanted to pump more attention towards the family district, and again, that'll be around the fountain, East Perry Square, and thanks to UPMC and UPMC Health Plan and Hammett for coming through, and they'll be present too. So I think it's a cool aspect of community coming together, celebrating families. Everybody from the library with the bookmobile to Gannon will be there with an engineering and a learning unit as well. So and don't forget to stop by the fire truck to check that out.
Another question we've gotten a lot of, parking. Where does one, say you're not walking, where should you park?
Yeah, so that's the importance of the survey. I mean, we found out important aspects about music, but also one of the biggest concerns was, hey, I can't find a place to park.
Right.
So what we wanted to do was find a solution to that. So not only will we have street and ramp parking available, we want to work with the EMTA, and they're doing a shuttle service for us.
Nice.
So you can park at 12th and Lincoln at the Park and Ride. You can park at Liberty Park, or you can park at the Intermodal Transportation Center on the Bayfront there. And the shuttle will do a loop, hitting all those stops, and then dropping folks off and picking folks up at on Front Street at East Perry Square. So this is the first time we're doing shuttle service. We're hoping it alleviates the parking problem, and the shuttles will start during the whole event. So at noon when the event opens up, the shuttles will start, and they'll go through the day and into the evening. So if you want to spend all day at Celebrate Erie, come as early as noon, and they'll be picking up and also going through the end of the headlining shows, and the shows should be wrapping up at 9:30, so they'll be going a little bit longer to get everybody home.
And now, especially like for families or different things coming down, are there certain times when certain activities are going to be going on? Will there be a schedule, basically?
Yes. Okay. So definitely before you come, pick what you want to do. Go on our website, CelebrateErie.com, and look at the schedule of what's going on in the Family District stage. Those are a lot of the things happening. Also, check out our Facebook page. There's going to be updates happening, especially for the Family District, and that's important to be up to date on that. But just a note, too, the Family District hours are going to be noon to 6. So we want families to enjoy it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, noon to 6, and then that's when more of the adult activities will happen.
Right.
So in the evening hours when the concerts are gearing up. So we just wanted to accommodate for that.
So how much planning goes into this? When do you start thinking ahead to the next year?
It really never stops. A lot of the planning will start this year. We started in January, and then a lot of the things started hitting in March. But coming up for 2020, the planning really starts in September.
Wow.
We're always learning, we're always tweaking, making things better. But as soon as Celebrate Erie is done, we're going to take some time off, debrief, get our notes together, look at the survey results, and then really September, October, we're gearing up for 2020.
And now like Pillars, the chalk walk, that'll be still coming back. And
yeah, we'll move up the street, if we want to go to Chalk Walk. So all the way at the end of the profile between 8th and 9th Street will be the Chalk Walk, and it is the most popular attraction at Celebrate Erie. We found that out in our survey results too. So what we wanted to do was have the Chalk Walk a little different this year. We came up with a theme with our sponsor Marquette Savings Bank, and it's going to be our hometown. So a number of the murals you'll see will be reflecting neighborhoods, neighbors being neighbors, supporting each other, and also Erie icons. You'll see a good Erie theme with that as well. So we'll also have artists that do kind of unique creative designs as well, but what we're going to do is move the murals to the sides of the street instead of having them down the middle, so that it'll kind of be like walking down a city street. But another cool thing that we're doing with Chalk Walk this year is we're doing voting via text. So you'll take your phone out, you'll text a number to vote for Chalk Walk, you'll get a response, and then you just pick the numbers of each mural will be at the bottom of the mural, and you'll pick the number that you want to vote for, text it back, and you're done. So
that's cool.
Really want to thank VNet for making that happen.
Yes.
So kind of some technology integrated with Celebrate Erie. We're happy to do that and use our resources. So
what else, outside of, we've talked family, we've talked food, we've talked Chalk Walk, anything else you want to hit on?
Absolutely. There's 3 other districts that are happening at Celebrate Erie, and one of the big ones that was popular last year was the Culture District. So between South Park Row and 7th Street, that's between the Federal Courthouse and City Hall, we'll have our Culture District. So we'll have a few food vendors up there from international food. They'll be selling international foods. We'll also have a marketplace up there to check out wares from different merchants from around the globe, and we'll have our culture stage. So check out the Port Authority Culture Stage schedule. We'll have everything from dance from multiple cultures to music. We'll have the Celtic hooligans to the Asian dancers that we've had before, and one of a couple of the new things happening, the legendary Ciphers is going to be pretty cool. So they're coming at Saturday evening. That's one you're not going to want to miss. Communities coming together. It's kind of a mixture of freestyle, and it's a cipher. It's what's on your mind. We're talking about real issues, and we're getting it out. And really, it's a come together moment for our community there. So I wanted to get that word out. That's going to be really cool. They're coming in from New York City.
Wow.
So we're excited for that. But culture in general is going to be a huge piece of the event, in the center of the event. Also, the Jefferson Educational Society will be doing multiple lectures at City Hall from Erie topics ranging from Black history to the cruise town, the car shows that we have, and the histories of both. So definitely check out the lecture schedule on our website, again, CelebrateErie.com on the schedule. And we'll have a cool show too, Grumpy 1 and Grumpy 2. It's a cool kind of variety show for seniors. That'll be happening Saturday morning, and a couple folks that are familiar to the Erie scene will be there to open up Saturday before the Jefferson lecture. So that's kind of neat.
Cool, awesome. And then business, you said?
Yeah, so if we move up the block to 7th Street, to really the middle of the block towards 8th Street, where the Boston store is, it's going to be our business district. And the goal here is to highlight Erie businesses, but also the workforces that make things happen. There's a lot of new construction going on in town. There's a lot of new excitement. So the building and construction trades are sponsoring this area. And what we want to remember is, the folks, the electricians, the plumbers, the carpenters that make these buildings happen. So they'll be doing demonstrations. They're looking to show people what it's like to be an electrician, show people what it's like to do some hands-on work with welding and different trades. So you could experience those. The cool thing about this, Sarah, is they're looking for workers. They're looking to expand their workforce. Not only will they pay for your education, but they'll pay you while you're learning, and then you have a family-sustaining job, and that's what our administration's all about, is to create jobs. So there's going to be actually learning about the trades, the job opportunities there. Another job thing would be cool to look at would be the census. The census is coming up in 2020. They'll have a presence at the event. It is very important that we get an accurate count for the city and the county because, federal funding is hinging on that. We can get some more federal funding to help with infrastructure needs or help with other things that could come into our city. So getting an accurate count, getting the word out, the census will be there, and they're also recruiting folks to work. So there's a couple job opportunities there in the business district. But what we found from our survey survey as well is people wanted a shopping area. So we'll actually have a pretty big farmers market that Oasis is putting together. Really excited for that. So that'll help us get that marketplace feel.
Yeah.
In addition to that, we'll have more research helping people get the word out for the survey for 2020 planning. We'll also have World of Music there, which is really cool. So they'll be doing free ukulele lessons, and you can learn how to play the ukulele.
Yes.
They'll have them for sale there too. Did you know that they sell like 2,000 ukuleles a year?
You're kidding me.
It's the hottest
No, I
item
didn't.
right now.
That's amazing.
So learn how to play the uke, and
I really want to.
they'll have a uke jam. So on Sunday, everybody who learns how to play will have an opportunity to be on the living room stage, which we'll get to in a second, and jam out on the ukuleles. So
that's amazing.
That's really cool. Another cool thing is Whitethorn Digital is coming together to showcase some of the video games that they've been involved with. So we'll have a gaming lounge. Four screens. You can experience the games that Whitethorn Digital has been developing and involved with. So we'll have some seating. We'll have some AstroTurf down, and you can kind of chill there for a little bit and experience some of the games. So little highlights of businesses, and we'll also have Hippo there. I don't know if you've heard of Hippo, but Hippo is an app you can download, and it'll tell you they're born and bred right here in Erie. So it'll tell you specials going on at restaurants, drink specials, appetizer specials, and really events too. So there'll be, you can download the app and you can see all the performances and what's coming up at Celebrate Erie as well. So it's a pretty cool app. If you haven't downloaded Hippo, again, developed here in Erie, download the app and you could catch everything that's going on, not only at Celebrate Erie, but year-round at different restaurants and bars.
Yeah, you're just giving me story ideas right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we've covered business, culture, family, food.
Right. So
was there another one?
We have art. So the Celebrate Erie Art District.
Okay.
We wanted to do some things that are unique here. So not only will we have merchants, local artists selling their wares.
Yes.
We will have Art Lore has put together this wonderful show. It's called Erie Lore, and it's Erie artists doing Erie things. And you can experience that right on the street at Celebrate Erie. So Erie Lore Gallery will be there. In addition to that, we'll have a few art vendors that are going to be demonstrating. We'll have a spray paint artist. We'll have a 3D printing artist that you can experience and see how those things go together. And one of the cool things of art this year is the living room stage. This is kind of a quirky concept we came up with. This stage is going to be built on pallets, so it'll be pretty down to the ground, kind of a relatable kind of down to the ground on the street level stage, but it's going to have a living room on it. So kind of a quirky little thing, eclectic stage mix. We kind of got the idea from NPR's Tiny Desk series.
Okay, yes.
So we want to have the living room stage, and this is meant for singer-songwriter acts, 1-2-piece acoustic acts. It's kind of some light music that you can enjoy, while you go from Chalk Walk to the rest of the event. We'll have some seating. We'll have some, some rustic log seating, and also, if you want to grab a beer at Voodoo, we'll have some high tables there that you can just enjoy some music, and we really are excited about this one, and it'll be a good bridge between Chalk Walk and the Art District, and really cool thing there. And another thing I wanted to mention, so all these districts, all 5 districts will have a banner there. Lamar is doing this thing called the Lamar Challenge, and it's like a backdrop banner, kind of like the one we have behind us, and it'll be color coded to each district. And the thing is, you can find each one in each district. There's something to do, something to hold, something to be, take your picture with, and just post them to social. We want to hashtag Lamar Challenge, and also Celebrate Erie is our hashtag as well.
Amazing.
So Lamar, it's a cool thing, kind of a seek and find one in each district, take your picture with your friends, and kind of gets you through and make sure you hit everything in each area.
So for people who are wondering, you can find a map, basically all the districts we've covered on CelebrateErie.com, right?
Right.
And Facebook.
Yeah, and we have a lot of print maps at the event. No, they're at different locations, hotels and restaurants around Erie too. So if you see one there, feel free to pick one up.
Yes, awesome. Anything else you want to add, Aaron? Or
yeah, I think
come on down.
We've covered it all.
Yeah.
Come on down, and we really appreciate again Highmark and St. Vincent for coming through to present this event. So and thanks to we're on social right now. So
yes.
I want to thank Mercyhurst University. They've been handling a lot of our marketing and social.
Awesome.
I'm very excited to have them on board. They've been a great partner.
And thanks for being here, Aaron.
Thanks.
Thanks to everyone who listened to this week's GoErie Live discussion. This video will be available for replay on the GoErie Facebook page and on the GoErie homepage. Thanks again to Gannon University for sponsoring this discussion, and to Aaron Lonke for joining us today. You can find upcoming topics and guests on the GoErie Facebook page each week. Thanks for listening.